Another possible calendar that you can create, just going down here, scrolling to the plus sign to add a new calendar. Another option is to create a lesson plan calendar. So as that's creating, truthfully, I use Google Sheets when I was a teacher to keep myself organized, but this seems like a very powerful alternative as well. So, I mean, everyone's got their different system of organization. So I just wanted to show you an option with Google Calendar. You can see that it's still being created. It's thinking about it. It'll add it in here when it's fully done. So what's so powerful about this is if you are really, really good about putting all of the details and attaching all of the documents and resources and slideshows and everything that you use for each lesson this year, it might take a little more time up front. Next year is going to be so easy because then you can go back in time and like copy this lesson and put it on this day this year, and everything's already linked and put together. So lesson plan, I picked this little lovely peachy color. Let's keep it. So let's create. And again, I really just do not enjoy this view. It's so limited. It doesn't give you all the options. So I'm going to create a nice little math block. And I'm going to pretend that in my perfect little world, my math block happens from 1 to 2. And my kids are geniuses, and that's all that the time that they need to learn math. Does it repeat? Yeah, it does. It repeats. I'm going to do custom. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, not Wednesday, because there's no 1 to 2 block. And so every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday until the end of school, which is May 29th, my kids have math. And I'm going to push save. And then as you can see in my week view, and I can zoom out to my month view, it has put math in for me every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 1 p.m. all the way until the end of May. If I go to June, no longer there. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go back to week view because I feel like that's a little bit more powerful here. I'm going to create, actually, you could go back to creating and start all over. I like to just use what I already have created. So I'm gonna click on it, 3 little dots, and I'm gonna go down to duplicate. I could copy the same exact event to different calendars, but that seems silly. I wanna duplicate it so it's in the same lesson plan calendar that I need. Instead of math, I'm gonna have an ELA block. And in my perfect world, I have an ELA block, if I can find it, from 8:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. every single day. So I go to custom on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday until the end of the school year. This happens. Save. And so as you can see, now it's filling it in. And then we'll just add one more thing. So, oh, sorry. You could start over, but I'm just going to click on this, not edit. I'm going to click on this and duplicate. Get it together, Liz. And I'm going to put the RTI block in. So let's pretend that happens from 10:30 until 11, and it happens every weekday. And there's my block. Okay, so you're probably looking there and you're thinking, well, that's cool, I guess, you know, when your blocks are, and anyone who walks in could know exactly what you're teaching and that you're busy during that time. But how useful is that? So we're going to pretend I have a math lesson coming up on Thursday. I'm going to edit it. And for this lesson, we are going to, let me attach. So back in the day, I actually created a PowerPoint for every single lesson that I did. And as you know, Eureka already does that anyway. So I'm going to go to past years, math, and let's go to my normal stuff. So let's pretend, I don't know, we're teaching expressions. So I would say powers and exponents, sure. Here's the PowerPoint that I created for it. I'm going to also put in all of these parts. I put those parts in for me. Oh, let me go. There we go. I'm going to put all of these things in. These are all of the pieces that I used with my lesson, my PowerPoint, and the different worksheets that I have, all saved as PDFs, all ready to go. And for my description, I'm going to say 6.1 powers. Actually, I'm not going to even put that there. I'm going to put it here. Parentheses, 6.1 powers exponents. because I want to be able to see that without having to click into it. So I'm going to push save, and it's going to be like, whoa, do you want to change just this event, and everything after it, or everything? And I just want to change this day. I'm going to push OK. And then, as you can see, now I have math block 6.1 powers and exponents. And if I click on it one time, I've got all of these attachments right there, ready to go at my disposal. I could add in notes. I can be like, remember, kids are really confused about this part. Or I can say, make sure you get through at least example 2. Or if you don't get through this part, do not assign homework. They'll just be confused. Wait until tomorrow. So you can add any notes that you want into here. That could be awesome. You can also put in here like when your assessment's going to be. Obviously, you wouldn't do this, but maybe this is going to be a quiz day. So you could push quiz, chapter 6, save only for this event. And so now you know that this is happening. If I go back to my month view, you can still see it. Math, I'm having 6.1 powers and exponents. This is when my quiz is. So if this is the only way you're going to use Google Calendar, I would say that it's very effective. I think if you turn this calendar on and you also had this calendar on and this calendar on and this calendar on, it would be the most stressful calendar of your entire life. So I would probably, if I created the lesson plan calendar, I would either only have this one on and nothing else, or I would turn it off and turn everything else on, because the way that it's structured, it would just be a little bit too crazy. If I go ahead and turn on just the lesson plan view and I click A, which is schedule, I feel like this would also be the most powerful, because then you have it day by day. So you could add these little nitty gritties. Maybe you have a warm up, or you're going to have some time for small groups discussion, or a Socratic discussion, or whatever else you've got going on. Maybe they're working on a project. You can see, you could have it down by 15-minute intervals if you wanted to, and then you could just go straight through it. And this little red bar here moves through the day as you're going, so you can see if you're right on schedule or not. Again, I think it's very powerful in the fact that you have so many different ways to view it. If you wanted to, you could even create a different toggle button for just your math and just your ELA and just your history. So you could create 4 or 5 lesson plan calendars, one for each subject area. Just ideas. Why you'd want to maybe subdivide it is because then you could turn it on and off, and you could just look at how math is going to progress and just look at how ELA is going to progress. If you put them all into one, you're going to see everything all at the same time. So up to you how you want to play that. If you are going to have just one, you might want to change the colors. So if you right click, which is a 2-finger click, maybe you want all of your ELAs to be yellow, and you want all of your maths to be this green color. So if you are gonna just, you could change the colors as well to help you visually divide up your day so you can see what's coming next. Again, do you have to do this? Nope, but kind of cool, kind of powerful if that's what you're into.